Hi, everybody. Welcome to the meeting. I'm just kidding. Okay, so happy Sunday. It is April 19th already. You guys are killing it this month. Honestly, you guys are doing really, really well this month. And I don't know if it's like that whole active in April, like everybody just got involved. I'm seeing movement from people that usually are just kind of like inactive every once every out of 4 months kind of people, which is totally fine. But I'm seeing a lot of movement. People are really getting into this, and people are surpassing that goal and expectation, which is crazy. It's just like I posted earlier on the page today, like I just hope that this truly helps everybody just feed them confidence and build that momentum that like they can have whatever they want out of this, even if it's just a lot of extra product for the month. Whatever it is totally fine. Today, we're going to be talking about balance in your business, not balance as far as your business versus your personal home life. That in particular is something that only you can really figure out. And we can talk about that one day for sure. But today we're talking about the balance in your business for a healthy, wealthy business, like long term. Okay. So there are definitely some non-negotiables, which I like to say, which means if you want a strong, healthy, wealthy business, there's 4 income producing activities. I call them IPAs. And I know some of you hear me say these terms over and over, but for anybody that's on the call now or going to be watching the replay, if you don't know, because there's a lot of new people, IPA stands for income producing activities. And, instead of feeling like we're working, sitting down, getting on social media, spiraling, all of a sudden you're looking at somebody's page in Africa because you're looking at their wedding pictures and you started off with your best friend. Like it happens to me. Okay. I literally posted somebody's wedding picture that I am not friends with. She is in like the circle of Quincy. I'm not even going to tell you guys who she is. And I shared her wedding picture by accident because I was just looking at pictures, and she liked it a week after I posted it. And I was like, what do I say? Honestly, I was just like, I had to tell the truth. Like, oh, I was just looking at pictures. Like, I don't know how that happened. I'm not being a weirdo, but I did. Okay. I got caught red-handed. So instead of doing that and like feeling like you're working because you're thinking about it and you're like, oh, this person would do really well with Scentsy, or I know this person would love to have a Scentsy warmer in their house, or they like my pictures and comment, but like not doing anything, that's not working. And it feels like we are because we're thinking about it. But these 4 income producing activities, they all go hand in hand. One is not more important than the other. They're actually all equally important. Okay. And if a lot of you guys probably know all of these things, but it's a good refresher. And if you haven't been doing it, jump right back in. This kind of business is awesome because you can go, start refresh or start over at any time, which is amazing. And you can be ultra uber successful. Okay. So don't ever feel like you're too far gone or anything of the sort. Absolutely never. So for a healthy, wealthy business, the balance first is sales. Okay. That's a given. You guys know that is sales. And with sales, that's PRV, personal retail volume. It's what you personally sell. And usually 1 PRV equals $1, usually. Okay. And with PRV, you don't want to have like so much PRV that I don't want, like, if you have high PRV and no recruiting, that's unbalanced. Okay. Because sales will pay you back right now, but team building and recruiting, that's money forever. Okay. That's money that's going to pay you back over and over and over again. And honestly, I know sometimes we rely on the money that we need right now. Like I get it. We have to have a certain amount of income every month if we're used to that. So you can't rely on anybody but yourself and what you can produce and sell, right? So you feel like you have to keep up with that. And I get it. But honestly, if you have high sales and you're not sponsoring, that's unbalanced. So if you take some of those people and flip them or offer the opportunity to them, or, whatever the case is, if you have high PRV, 1000%, there's people in those sales that will join Scentsy, 1000%. it would be better, honestly, to have 1,500 PRV in a recruit, or 1,500 PRV and 2 recruits, whatever it is, okay, than to have, 4,000 PRV and none. So definitely equal parts sales and recruiting, which team building. I hate the word recruit. It makes me feel like I'm taking somebody away from something. It feels manipulative to me, and I just don't like that. Sales has a bad rep. Direct sales has a bad rep. And, I always want everybody to feel like they're not trying to convince anybody to do anything, or push somebody, or, just manipulate them into a situation or convince them. Like, I hate the idea of that. And I feel like a lot of people think that. And it's really being your authentic self, truly. And it takes time. So if you
Can I say something before you go on?
Yeah.
You guys also don't be afraid to recruit your customers. I can tell you, probably 90% of my team were my customers. Definitely. And I was so afraid that I'm like, where am I going to get my sales now? And I can tell you, since I've been a leader, I've never been under 500 PRV. Yep. And that's recruiting all of my customers. You will find more customers. People will watch you. So don't be afraid to recruit your customers, because I know a lot of people are, and that's what you think of your sales. But in the long run, like Colleen's saying, a team is much better than PRV.
Totally.
I just wanted to say that, because I know a lot of people
1,000% right. Nervous. Honestly, it's tough. It's like a hard pillow. It's a hard pill to swallow sometimes, because you're like, again, I need this certain amount of money. This PRV equals X amount of money next month, and I have bills to pay. But trust me, you building a team and getting bonuses off of your team is going to pay you back over and over and over again. And like I'm saying, if you have high PRV, there's customers in there. Honestly, my customers are the first people that I offer the opportunity to, because they're the ones that already like Scentsy. They already know the product. They can already see me and what I'm doing, right? In some ways, to get sales, you guys, are parties. We are a party planning business. I mean, the past month or two, a lot of my sales has come from follow-up and making great connections, and really like tapping into those connections that I've been building over these past few years. But partying really is how to build a healthy and wealthy long-term business, because it's okay to sponsor your customers, even those customers that are bringing in all that, PRV for you, and they have all the customers, like they have parties for you consistently, and you've met people through them. So that means if they join, they're taking all their customers with them. Yeah, I know it's a scary thought, you guys. Absolutely. But trust me, if that person has customers they're taking with them, that means they'll have a successful business. Okay. And don't be afraid of that, because those are the steps you need to start building. So don't be afraid of it. Just keep building. Okay. But parties, you can choose. That's the glory of being having your own business and being independent. Home parties, which obviously are not happening now. And I love home parties. I love having the face-to-face connection. I feel like that's how I thrive. So people can see and hear my authenticity, and like, I'm not being a scammy weirdo. So home parties, online parties, follow-up, events, posting incentives, specials, deals, like all of those things are ways to get PRV. And honestly, connections. Like I said, the follow-up right now, because we are on a path of online with our social media platforms, posting more now than ever consistently is a huge way to get sales. But it's got to be done often, and it's got to be consistent, because there's so many, and you guys that are active on social media know about algorithms and all the different things that play into people seeing your posts and getting engagement. But trust me, like, you're going to have to do it often and consistently. But I just want you to stay true to yourself. Really, don't be something that you're not. Be true to yourself. That's all I can say over and over again. Okay. So that's some ways to get sales. Okay. That's the first step and piece of this balance. Second, recruiting. Okay. So You obviously cannot have 3 recruits every month and 200 PRV, because if you are a leader, which is a lead and above, right? Then even if that's one person, you have to have 500 PRV every single month for the rest of your life, or at least for as long as you're with Sensi, in order to get paid at your title, which why wouldn't you want to be? One, that's bonuses off of your team. Two, you put in the hard work to sponsor. You want to get paid, you guys. Okay. And this is how the compensation plan is set up, is through sponsoring, through sales, and recruiting. And I know is a hard piece for some of you, but it's just take the first step. Be authentic, be yourself. And in order to grow anywhere past certified, you guys, you have to sponsor. I sounded so towny. You have to sponsor. Yes, Nicole, darling.
Hypothetically speaking, if you were a star consultant, but you only hit lead numbers for the month and not star numbers, do you get paid at that title, or
as lead?
You get paid as lead.
Uh-huh.
Okay, yeah. I didn't know if, like, if you don't hit your numbers, you just don't get paid at. Okay.
You want to get paid at your title because you're making higher percentages, but you will get paid at whatever, rank you are, paid at rank.
Okay.
So yeah, if you want to go past certified, you've got to sponsor. And, with sponsoring, it's something that, again, is done consistently. You cannot sponsor, one person every 3 months, because you guys know not everybody is in it to win it like you. And that's okay, because you can't control anybody's business. The only business you can control is your own. So don't have people joining, even if they say, you know what, I'm going to be a director next month. And you're like, oh, my business is going to grow. You can become a director next month. Guaranteed. That probably won't happen. Okay. So you can't invest all of your hopes, your dreams, your goals into this person doing this, even if they said it. Okay. Only thing that you can control is you hitting your goals, and how to do that is to keep sponsoring. And honestly, you guys, sponsoring is the best way to grow your business effectively, efficiently, like the quickest possible way is to just keep building. You recruit somebody, who are you recruiting next? And again, I hate the word recruit because it just sounds like everybody that you're prospecting is a number. No, that is not the case. But we are business owners, and I'm speaking to you guys as business owners. If you sponsor somebody, you have to sponsor somebody again. Like, it's not, I sponsored somebody, so I'm chilling till I think of somebody else in a year from now. And then if you're not, it's all about the amount of joint conversations. Because if you're only talking to 2 people and chasing them to the ends of the earth until they join, it may take them a year to join, one of them, and the other one may not ever join. So that means you're not sponsoring. And if you do have anybody on your team, they may be falling off. Maybe they only want to get active once out of every 4 months. So you're like, I'm not hitting my goals. This stinks. Like, this doesn't work. My team doesn't want to move. If you have a mindset where, like, my team's not doing anything, my team's not moving, you have to have a mindset of, I can only control my business. So what can I do? I can sell, and I can have more joint conversations. That's it. That's all. Okay. So I know when I first started, guys, I got wrapped up in the hype. Like, come on, I'll do it for you. Like, let's just do it. It's right here. You can do it. And you know that they're super ultra capable, and they can do it all, but it has to be up to them. Okay. So sharing your Sensi lifestyle is a major part. People are watching you, whether they say it, comment, like, anything. They are watching you. Please believe me. But you talking about your Sensi lifestyle, just like everything that I've said, consistently and often. You cannot post about it once a month when you're feeling like, you're in the mood to do it. This whole business, you guys, is self-motivating. And if you work only when you're in the mood, or when you feel like it, or when you're motivated, your business isn't going to grow. Because I don't always feel like it, for sure. Don't think I'm some, like, weirdo that just, like, goes. I do not. Okay. And even if your Scentsy lifestyle, you don't have to be a superstar director. You don't have to make thousands of dollars every month. You do not have to earn free trips to be appealing to somebody or to make your job look desirable in what you're doing with Scentsy. Absolutely not. Even if it were that you have a new mindset because of this, Scentsy opportunity, even if it's something that has given you a newfound excitement or something to look forward to or something to call your own outside of a stressful job you have. Even if you are making $50 extra a month with Scentsy, talk about that, what that has done for you. What are you spending that $50 on? Talk about it, you guys. Don't just post links and stock photos of like the join kit, talk about really what it's doing for you, because people want to know. People want to know that it's real. The biggest question, I get asked this constantly, is, do you really make money? And I'm like, seriously? I spend 4 years next month. You think that I'm doing this for free? Like, I am not a volunteer. You're crazy. But like, I wouldn't be scamming people for whatever reason. Like, I just don't know. Right. But it's something that you have to do over and over, talking about it constantly, sharing it. Don't be afraid to approach somebody, you guys. Don't. It doesn't have to be like, will you join Scentsy? Guys, it's literally sharing and not being afraid to say, hey, you could probably do this. Again, your customers are the very first people, because they already have like the love for the product. They see you, you've probably built a connection with them. So you should feel comfortable. Is some of it going to be uncomfortable? Yeah, of course. Yeah, definitely. But the more you do it, I promise you, the easier it becomes with anything. Half of you, I bet you, have never done direct sales, never thought you would come this far or love it as much as you do. But again, this whole call is about balance. Okay. So if you want a healthy, wealthy business, you got to do sales with recruiting. Okay. It has to be both. And continue to talk about why you joined and why you stay, like all of it. Okay. Not just who's looking for extra money because everybody's jobless right now. Like, no, just be yourself. Okay. Be you, be your brand. You guys know this. We've talked about it a million times, but it's true. Okay. We're going to beat a dead horse because it's the truth, right? Be yourself, and your people will be attracted to you, and you will have your own audience and the people that feel connected to you by what your lifestyle is. Okay. Like, it's not for no reason in particular that I have a lot of stay-at-home moms, a lot of people my age with kids my age, a lot of people that are on a health and fitness journey, a lot of people that, love animals. It's not for no reason that these people are my audience. It's because it's intentional, right? So I'm using my social media platform very intentionally. Okay. So yes, sales, yes, recruiting, they go together. Okay. It's something that's done over and over. And instead of every month thinking, I need a new recruit this month, think of, I need to amp up my join conversations, because even if Sally joins next month, then what? Who's joining after Sally? Okay. Like, constantly, they say what you do now turns around in 60 to 90 days. Guys, honestly, sometimes it's a year. And that's the honest to God's truth. So you're not going to wait a year to build your team, right? Your team could go down to nothing. If you have 3 people on your team and you wait once every 4 or 5 months to sponsor somebody, that team could be going down before it goes up. Trust me, you're going nowhere. You're treading water. Well, you're treading in quicksand, like nowhere. Okay. So sales, sponsoring. The next is coaching. I took notes. You guys should be so proud of me. Usually I'm like flying off the hip. But I really wanted to sit and think about this stuff. Okay. So coaching, when you bring somebody on, you've got to have a game plan, because the most important thing for a new teamie is results. At least get them that kit money back. Trust, because somewhere they may have taken a long time to join, and you may have had to say the same things over and over and over for them to actually click join. Okay. So it takes people a lot sometimes to actually go and click join. They feel like this is a big risk. They feel like there's a lot on the line. And I tell them, okay, listen, I'm not getting any kickback, bonus, or commission for any kit you choose. I get nothing. Okay. I truly want to help you. So you should know why they would want to join Sensi before they join. Coaching really starts before, okay? So you know why they want to join. So you can help them hit their goals. Even if it's small, if you help them hit their goals, they're going to feel accomplished. They're going to feel confident. They're going to feel like, yes, I made the right decision. I can actually do this, right? Like, okay, I can do this, right? So you want to know why they're doing this before they actually join. So you can help them hit their goals. It's about them. It's about them. It's about them. I learned it the hard way. Please trust me, guys. It's about them. Okay. And first thing you want to launch them. Have them launch right away. I see it over and over again. Statistically, I don't know the actual numbers, but the longer somebody waits to launch, like the chances of them having a successful long-term business, literally it depletes by like the minute. Not joking. Now, I always say, like, do a home launch. Even if you want to do online parties for the rest of your life, do a home launch, because you can get your closest family and friends on board, right? But right now, you guys, we can't do it. We just can't do it. So online, I've had several people join recently having online launches, super successful. Okay. It's not something they can throw together in a day and be like, I got this. Honestly, for anybody, because I'm still testing the waters with online parties too, you guys. So I have been helping them, and I'm literally on their online launch party with them, because I'm not going to throw them on this online like Facebook party and they don't even know what's going on yet. You know what I mean? And those people, it's hard to, grab people's attention online. Even though you feel like it's more convenient and all this, it's hard. People are tapped out. They're getting invites and they're getting inundated with all sorts of crap, right? So make sure that you have a plan, and the plan that you have every time you coach somebody is the same. And the more you do it, the more you're going to know it like the back of your hand. But the most important thing for new consultants is results. Results. Okay. Ask them what their goal is, help them hit that goal, and give them small goals. Everything. I tell people, listen, I'm going to go over everything with you. I have 2 launch phases. The first is I have 2 phases. The first is the launch. The second is front loading and follow up. And that is forever. Okay. But I give them information in increments, because if you vomit on somebody with all this information, they're not going to retain any of it. And they're going to be confused, and they're going to be like, I can't do this, because they don't know what PRV, TWV, GWV, they don't know any of this stuff. Okay. But on the same hand, you guys, like the very first week or two, there is kind of a little bit of hand holding. Yeah, there is. But after that, you guys, you want to point them to resources, because you're not responsible for anybody's business. You're not responsible if they succeed or if they fail. Okay. You're there to help guide them and be their friend and show them what works and what doesn't, and point them to the resources, because the ultimate goal is to create independent consultants. You want them to be super independent, you guys. Okay. Because your time is valuable. Most of us have children. Okay. Some of you guys have other jobs. Like, it's not easy. And I want your balance in your real personal life to be, hand in hand with your business and what you want out of your life and your business. So do not feel like you need to do everything, because you're going to be setting up leeches. I hate to say it like that. And I'm not talking about anybody in particular, but it is what it is. Okay. So you want to create independent consultants, point them to the resources. Okay. And another thing, so really just like empowering them, feeding them that confidence, being their biggest cheerleader. Every little thing that they do, you want to cheer them on. It's free to shout them out on a team page. It's free to shout them out on your personal page or on their personal page, so their friends and family can see it. Even like a little bit of mail. I have all these like little cards that I have, you guys. I have 2 of these for all different kinds of things, right? And I need to be better with team mail, because you guys get it like every 3 months. And that's on me. Like, I need to be better with that. So it's just little things. You don't need to buy gifts. You don't need to do any of those things. But trust me, like, recognition is what most people lack in their careers that they have degrees in. People feel unseen and, not valued. So we can do that. We can do it. You can do it for free. Okay. Empowering your teammates to be independent, to like hit the ground. You can hit your goal, every little thing that they do. Wow, you have 15 guests coming to your launch party. That's incredible. Like, you're so good at this. Because in the back of their mind, they think they could never do anything like this. They could never succeed at something like this. I never thought that I would, never, ever thought that I would be doing this or even being like slightly successful at it. So feeding confidence. And another thing is, just kind of a side note, be careful with all the team pages and things like that you add people to, because it gets confusing. It really does. When you're adding people to your director, your star director, your superstar director, this group, that group, like, start them off super simple. Okay. Super simple. And if you're a director, you want your teammates to be going to your Zoom meetings, to, you want to be helping them out. But all of a sudden, people don't even know who their director is or who they should be going to if they have a question. They're messaging, like their second, third, fourth upline twice removed, and they don't even know who it is. You know what I mean? So keep it super simple. Overwhelming is not good, especially for new consultants. You can see where they are, and depending on their goals and what they want along the way, you can kind of say like, oh, hey, there's this awesome group that I can add you to. Like, Discover Your Aha Moments was a game changer for my business. I went and watched the videos, and they're like 10, 15-minute videos. It like blew my mind. I remember I joined in May and I watched them in August, and they keep adding to them every year. And I went back and watched the videos and took notes, and it was like incredible. It's such a great training, and it's just leaders giving their like best tips. So start your teamies off with, one goal. Let's get you, what do you want out of this? Okay, let's get you, this is the shooting star. Let's hit that. Okay. Second goal, let's get certified. Third goal, what is the sensational start levels? 1, 2, 3. Like, talk to them about these goals. Okay. Setting goals and having them being on board with it, or having them set the goals, they will be more invested into it.
We have like an open hand to push myself up.
Yeah, so definitely.
Sorry, I muted myself by accident. Okay, so that is coaching. Okay, and the fourth piece that is always skipped over. People think they got it. They don't need to do it. Is literally self-training and self-coaching, you guys. Self-educating. It is so important. If you are not continually learning yourself, or showing up to your SSDs calls, or showing up to, watching trainings on your own, listening to podcasts, reading books, whatever it is that's going to fuel your internal library, right, to make your business better. This business is always changing. If you're still thinking like, oh, I already know this, I don't need to do that, or I'm too busy, or this or that, you guys, you're stunting your business and your growth. And you're building your foundation off of rocky, like cement here, because you need to be fueling your own fire. Okay. How are you training your consultants on what works, what doesn't, if you're not training yourself? Okay. Don't skip this piece, you guys. It's going to keep you motivated. Me training myself, me watching videos. If I'm cooking dinner, what I do every single night, I'll go on Sensi YouTube. Yes, I sponsor still. Yes, I have parties. Yes, I do follow up. But if I feel like a little bit of stagnancy in one area, or, something, you know what I mean? Like, I just feel like, oh, I could use a little refresher on this. Like, the information that I give you guys is because I've watched other people, or I've listened to other people, and then I've implemented it. And then I'm able to, help you guys with it. It's not because I'm just pulling this information out of nowhere and being like, you should do this. No, it's because I'm learning about it. I'm implementing it. Sometimes I fail, but you just got to get up and keep going, but keep fueling your fire. And it has to be consistently. Okay. So please don't skip this step, you guys. Like, it is part of the 4 income producing activities to keep your balance up, your business balanced, okay? For longevity, okay? If you're skipping that last piece, you guys, you're really like saying, I don't need this. And if you feel like you're in a place in your business where you don't need to show up to calls, where you don't need to do coaching, where you don't need to get coaching yourself, you guys, it's you're being like resistant and being one like mindset, okay? Like, don't do that to yourself. You're better than that. And that's where you see a lot of people fall off, is just because they're not thinking of new ideas. That sometimes me just watching a video will spark an idea, and I'm like, oh, that's a good idea. And I may not use exactly what they're doing, but it gives me inspiration and motivation, truly, okay? And you can keep your business fresh and relevant. And if this is something that you want longevity with, if this is something that you want a healthy, wealthy business for in the long run, do this. Do all of these things together. They're all equally as important, okay? I promise you. So that's all I have. Do you guys have any particular questions? Please raise your hand, like whatever you want to do. The platform's open. Okay, let me see.
Colleen, can you hear me?
Who's there?
Can you hear me, Colleen? Or
I can hear somebody. I can't see your lips moving, so I don't know who it is.
It's
Oh, is it Michaela?
I'm sorry. My computer's weird, but if you can hear me, that's good.
I think you're breaking up. I can't hear you.
I was wondering, could we do a post today about like self-education? I'll call back on my phone.
Oh, hold on. She just muted herself. I think. Okay. All right. April, why don't you go until.
I just have, I don't know exactly, once I reach out for follow-up, what do I do after that? Like what do you guys say to them? Like, I reach out and be like, hey, how'd you like it? But from there.
So you should have some kind of like follow-up system. And you don't have to do what I do. You don't have to do, you can do whatever works for you as long as it's working. But I have a follow-up system, like a step-by-step. I'm reaching out for a particular reason at that point, very intentionally. And I do have videos about that. But like I reach out, once their order shipped, just to let them know their order shipped, because this isn't Amazon Prime. Then I reach out to them a week after they've actually had their order, just to say, hey, I just wanted to make sure you like it. You're happy, you're satisfied. Then I reach out about 3 weeks to a month later and say, hey, I'm sure you're running low on your wax by now. I have your order in front of me. I have your previous order in front of me. Is there anything that you need? Or if something pops up, a special.
I do the first 2 steps, and then after that, I was like,
yeah, and then I reach out to see if they need something at that point. And if they say yes, that they do need something, then I say, why don't you just get a few people together online and we can get you what you want for free instead of paying. So always, if somebody wants to place an order, I always go for the party, always. Okay. And if they say, no, they just want to place an order, totally fine. Declan, out. Oh, and then if they say no, they don't want anything, totally fine. All you have to say is, when would you like me to follow up with you?
Okay.
April, do you have the Maven or the AIM app? I asked that because I highly suggest it, because you can go on to a customer and you can see everything they ordered. So when you're reaching out, like say they're a big Luna fan, you can put into like your wording, like, are you running low on Luna? Are you running low on this scent? Or I know you're a Luna fan. What if you tried this?
Bouncing the ball.
Personable. Instead of just saying, what do you need? So if you put in what they order, they're gonna be like, wow, this person really knows what I get. I'm just not another customer. So the AIM app is, I will say,
awesome.
It works wonders for me because you can check out everything that they have ordered.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And you can customize your notifications to your system. Like, it's wonderful. I love it, love it, love it. And I'm a very like hands-on, in your face kind of like a visual learner. So I was super skeptical about it. I was like, oh, I don't know. And there was some hiccups along the way with that. It used to be Maven. Now it's called Amy. But it's
AMI,
awesome.
AMY,
Awesome. AMI, yep.
AMI.
So yeah, that is, you can pay monthly, you can pay yearly, whatever it is. It's like $7 a month or something.
Okay.
And it honestly also reminds you, like when you go to home parties, you will never see a lot of those people again because they're not your friends. You know what I mean? But it will pop up like this person hasn't ordered since then, and you're like, and you can kind of look back on the date when they last ordered, and you're like, oh my God, this was at so-and-so's party. Mm-hmm. So it kind of like keeps you in contact with people that if like you didn't have it, you would lose them and be like, I have no idea who they are. Because there's lots of customers that pop up and I'm like, I don't even know this name, but I look back at the date and that's when I know I met him at this so-and-so's party.
Okay.
So it links directly to your workstation, the app.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So it links to your workstation. It gives you a lot of detailed information about each customer. It's awesome.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Michaela, you good?
Yes. Can you hear
Okay.
me now?
Yes.
Can we do like a post on the page about like everybody put in like their favorite like training, whether it be like a podcast or like what they use to like get their training?
Sure.
Because I feel like I listen to the same people and like podcasts and stuff, and
Sure.
I don't technically listen to a lot of Scentsy people other than like your YouTube page. Which
Definitely.
you should subscribe guys if you haven't already. But can we do something like that today?
Totally.
Just so we all get like different ideas.
Definitely. I would absolutely love that. I love ideas from anybody. Sometimes I'll get my best ideas or like trainings from brand new consultants they find something new that, you know, was just put out there that I haven't seen yet. And honestly, like I'll take advice or ideas from anybody. And that's a great idea. Totally. Thanks for suggesting.
Like April, your whiff box bingo is blowing up. Like you're not on a lot of pages, but I see consultants everywhere now doing the whiff box bingo.
I love that.
Yeah. It's been around for a little while, but I never did it. And seeing you and Janelle do it, I was like, I gotta do this. And
I had
so excited to see it be done.
Yeah.
I did one a couple of weeks ago and it was amazing. And I'm actually doing a fragrance flower bingo tonight.
Oh, cool.
And what I did my mistakes. Don't post anything.
Nope. What I do is
don't go and get yourself suspended.
They purchased a fragrance flower, and within that, and I personally messaged most of them anyways. And what happened was when they purchased a fragrance flower, so they just bought a fragrance flower, and that got them a bingo card.
Yeah.
And within that, and then they just play bingo. So it's like I really didn't advertise like they're gonna get anything from it. You know what I mean? I didn't break the rules, technically saying. But I have 25 people playing tonight.
That's amazing.
Awesome. Yeah.
And my party ended up being so qualifying. It's just like that's how I got my PRV this month. It was just all my follow up and the 2 bingos.
Creative. Right now is the time of creativity for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
I'm actually gonna I was supposed to have a home party Friday night, and I was on a Zoom call with a few of my friends last night till 2:00 in the morning, but it was so much fun anyways. I'm gonna actually see if she wants to do a Zoom home party.
Yep. Definitely.
Via Zoom.
Get creative, see what your audience wants to do and meet them where they are.
Yeah. I mean,
Definitely.
I think it's you gotta be creative one way or the other.
Lydia, you have your hand up, darling?
Sorry, I just was going to jump in on the follow-up systems. And I just wanted to share that I have like a group of like 10 or maybe 12 of my like VIP customers. And the way that I follow up with them, this isn't how I follow up with all my customers, this is just them, is that with their permission, I have them all in a text message thread, because a lot of my customers aren't actually on Facebook or social media. They're older. And so they don't have social media, and that's how we connect. So what I do is they like for me to text them in the beginning of every month. I text them like the warmer of the month and the scent of the month and any specials that we have. And I let them know that I have an order going in the beginning of the month and the end of the month. And they have their option to jump in either the beginning or the end, depending on where they are with their stash. every time without fail, at least half of them jump in at the beginning, and then if not, the rest jump in by the end of the month. Or some of them want like the warmer of the month or the specials. Like the Cinderella warmer, I ended up getting, just from that particular group, 6 people bought the Cinderella warmer just from
Wow.
message.
Wow.
Yeah. And then I think, what else was it? The warmer of the month. I think 5 people bought the warmer of the month and the Cinderella warmer.
Damn, girl.
I
Just
know. I didn't
from
have
that
one
text
person that
message.
wanted the Cinderella warmer. No, well, I did. I had one person interested, but I don't even
I had
know.
one
She can tell
customer
if
buy
it's here.
4 Cinderella warmers, just to one customer.
Wow.
She was
Disney
gifting
fan.
them and stuff. I know.
My sales do not come from Disney products. I mean, once in a great while, but I do not have like the Disney audience like a lot of people. I don't at all. I'm not even like that. I mean, I try to be excited even if I don't like something. I try to be excited because you never know who else will be. But like I don't get a lot of like LTO Disney movement with my peoples. So
Lydia, for your text message, is it just a plain text message, or is it in like WhatsApp, or is it in like a certain texting app?
So I just send it in a regular text message thread. I had gotten their permission to, I said, is it okay that your text message is going to be shared with, you know, this group of like 10 other people? And they're all comfortable with that. And I just send them a text message at the beginning of the month, and it goes out to them. And if anybody has any questions, they'll either call me or text me like individually on the side. And from that text message, I always get that. And then I do my regular follow-up with other customers, people that don't order as frequently. Like some people order like, you know, every 2 months or every 3 months rather than every single month. But this is just the group of people that I know are going to order every single month. Sometimes they order more than once a month.
Cool.
awesome. Yep. Awesome.
Yeah.
Any other questions, you guys, before we wrap this up? Jess, you're giving Nicole baby fever. When this is over, we'll all let you watch our kids.
Yes,
You can
this
actually
is life with kids.
test your baby fever with mine for
I was like
a day.
Hi,
Now
Sammy.
you're being a weirdo because I'm just kidding.
Oh my god.
All right, you guys. Well, I love you and happy Sunday. You guys are killing it. Again, you guys are killing it this month, and it's not even the end. You have a solid amount of time to do whatever you want. And if you already hit your goal this month, make a new goal. Don't stop. Why stop? So I'm super proud of you as always. And Michaela, we'll put that post together and get some ideas and movement.
Yeah. Cool.
Sure.
Let's do it.
Nicole, thank you for the link.
Yeah, Nicole, post that too.
I don't know how to. It's a PDF. So I just tried and I couldn't figure it out.
Maybe save it to your computer and then upload it.
It's saved on my computer. So I got it on, what's the like one that like lead in above the page that we're on? I don't know what it's called.
Like
but
the lustered leaders.
yeah, lustered leaders. It's on that one.
Well, send it to me if you can, like email or text it to me, and then I'll try to upload it.
Okay, all right, I'll do that.
All right, you guys.
Bye.
Have a wonderful day. Enjoy the weather. Open up the windows and get outside. All right, guys.
Have a good day, everybody.
You too.
Bye. Good to see
Bye,
you.
guys.
Bye.
Guys.